Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
So, hey, look, we are recording now. So, whatever you say, Candy.
No, I was looking at him like, tell them what I did. Like, he ain't. All right.
We just hit the record. Welcome to Divine Purpose Podcast with your host, Daniel and
Patrice Myers. In this podcast, you will be introduced to the 3 C's.
Comedy, conversations, and community. Join the discussion with fellow entrepreneurs, community activists,
with our major focus on the beauty of family in our community. Episodes drop every Tuesday. Whether inspirational or ratchet, all conversations have a divine purpose. So do I say corny or do you say corny?
You wrote it.
Welcome to another episode of Divine Purpose Podcast with your host Patrice and
Daniel Myers. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm awesome, well, and great. I have some church announcements to make.
Go for it.
This July 23rd, we will be back at Culture Coffee 2 again for a live podcast per recording. And the theme, yeah, and the theme will be the games we play.
You was trying to play a game with me just now.
No, I'm not.
Filling the blanks. I wasn't trying to be a part of it.
Yeah. Outside of that, the juices will be there. We have several vendors. Follow our podcast. We have 6 different flavors of juices. Liz is already excited about them. So here we are, and we would like to introduce this next guest we have. I'll let you introduce them, Patrice.
Well, the next guest we have, you will definitely see them next live.
Yes.
At the show.
And if you missed the last one.
If you missed the last one, you missed a lot. Melissa D and the pianist. What's his name?
Yeah, Eugene.
Yeah. Tore down the show. People were surprised. They didn't know what to expect. They had no clue that we was gonna have somebody below like you did, play them drums like you was playing them D, and on that piano. They were like, "Oh, y'all doing a show?" Yes, that's the hell we are.
It's a production.
It's a motherfucking production. You hear me?
Yeah. There's a house band in this.
This shit is planned, even though it don't look like it.
Right.
But no, we are glad to have you both here, Melissa and Dee. Thank you for blessing our platform with your presence.
Yes, absolutely.
And we are going to dig into your lives.
Yes.
Thank you for having us first.
Yes.
And dig away.
Here I am. We're going to start with an icebreaker.
Yeah, we always start with an icebreaker.
Yeah, we always start with an icebreaker.
Okay.
And the icebreaker is describe, you can't both say it at the same time. Individually, your dream vacation.
Who first?
Yeah.
No, D, I want you to go first.
Right, because you ain't gonna do nothing but steal my ideas.
Melissa said, who gonna go first?
Wow. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Ideal dream vacation.
Uh-huh.
I would say, man.
Uh-huh. See, here's the thing. It could be your ideal. It doesn't have to be what she is expecting, because technically y'all can take this information and plan 2 vacations for one for her and one for you. So what's your ideal, not Melissa's?
Right, but that's the thing. I'm like that workaholic dude. So
that's why I'm looking at y'all.
For me, my dream vacation would be whatever that would cater to her, because for me, I'm always working, like literally.
Yeah, so you like
so you don't have an off switch?
No.
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 She said no.
So for me, I would just say anywhere in country, out of country, but anywhere that the kids are fine, kid free.
Kid free.
Kid free.
Yeah. Kid free. and it's just her and I just bonding and reconnecting. The place doesn't really matter, just somewhere secluded where it's just us, kid free.
Okay.
Phones off, no kids, and just reconnect.
Phones off,
I like
no kids.
I like it.
I like that too.
I like it. All right, Melissa.
Well, I would say the same as far as kid free. I'm not really big on destination. Like I don't really need a lot. Like I'm one of those people. We could ideal vacation could just be VA and we just away. Cause it would just be the time for me. Like just having the time to not really have to answer to nobody.
Yeah.
Because we, like he said, we're always busy. I always have something going on. We always have somebody we're answering to. We could be on date night and somebody like texting me about their weight, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's Saturday night. Why the fuck are you texting me at 10?
Because they feel bad. They're like, I didn't do it good.
Right. So it's just like, and so just having that time away. I love beaches. So somewhere that was like beachy. And I always say this, where I could have like on something real cute, like a real cute swimsuit that's not like the family joint. I don't want the joint where it's me kids there. I want the joint where you like, this is an inappropriate ass swimming suit. Basically. So that's my ideal.
Florida, right at Disney World.
Right. Right.
You walk around the motherfucker. Little white kids like, oh my God. Yeah.
Right. You like, that's not the right bathing suit for family trips. What are you doing?
Exactly what you mean. That is hilarious. She said, somewhere where I ain't got to wear a family appropriate.
Family, but like, dude, what is this?
This
like,
is acceptable here. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it. But no, that makes sense. Like I'm similar where it don't take a whole lot. Like it don't have to be nothing really extravagant. We were actually talking about that in reference to intimacy on the show. Where it doesn't mean money as far as spending time. It could be something simple. So same thing. Like we just went to North Carolina. I think that was the first vacation in 2 years for me that I haven't.
2 years? Oh, that you had work.
That I haven't worked.
I'm about to say what?
Wow.
I ain't let you finish.
I know.
Yeah. She works a lot too. We do work a lot too. We
probably both work a lot.
Yeah, we do a whole lot of shit. But it happens where it gets so incorporated into your life that you don't even look at it as work sometimes. Like,
right.
Kind of like if you're doing what you really want to do, it don't even be. So then you just caught up in it. You're like, oh damn. And then next thing you know, you look up like, man, I ain't been nowhere in 6 fucking months.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
That's definitely us. Like we're trying to. So we had pre-marital counseling. And the pastors that married us was like, make sure, because they're busy bodies, and they were busier when they were like younger, and they was like, the main thing you need to do is pick a date night, and that's your date night, and never move it. And I understand why they said it, because they said if you don't, somebody gonna always want you. And when I tell you they're serious about their Tuesday nights, even if they going on a walk, they are serious about their Tuesday night. So that's something that we're looking forward to start doing. It's like, hey, even if it's just us vibing on the back porch out there, goodbye. We ain't answering no phones, ain't talking to no children, nothing.
Yeah, we actually do that
damn near every night.
Every night for sure.
Oh, great.
Like I cannot. Like
we turn it off.
I guess our turn off time is like 9.
Yeah, 9 is completely shut off. Around
after 10:30, I'm irritated if you texting.
Yeah, 8 we're pretty much shutting down.
Yeah.
We'll sit on the porch at 8 or around 7, 8, but then we be chilling.
And we still kind of doing our own thing.
Yeah, like even if we together, like if I gotta do, she'll be sending emails, or I might be texting, or we'll be just fun, but we together listening to music, we might have some wine or whatever, and we just literally sitting on the porch chilling.
Closing out the day.
Out front or the deck out back. Like depends on what the weather's like. But we make sure we keep that goddamn time.
Outside of going to events and all that other
stuff. Because like a lot of people, like we look like we're social, but we're networking. So even when we're out, as much as we're out, It's not like, a lot of times it's not like we're out just. We still got to be out because there might be a conversation that we got to have, or might be somebody we got to meet at this place, or we might have been invited to this place because these people want us to meet these people. So it's like you out, but you really networking. So sometimes it's not fun to just be out. Sometimes we just
and that's another thing. Like you hit on the head. We realize most of the time we're out, we're working.
Yep.
And so also like we had friends to be like, when the last time we meet them? It's like, okay, yeah, true. But when the last time we sat together to do nothing? And we very intentional. Like usually when I'm going out, it is a purpose. Like, okay, I'm going out. So what's this about? This is an event, or this is something else to connect. But like you said, we don't usually feel it. That is work, especially if I'm performing. We do go in like we supposed to be going in on business. Me and D, like he's supposed to literally be D the drummer.
I like that.
I don't honestly think that's the case though.
Why?
Because it's times that it crosses, like he could get a little unprofessional.
Okay.
Doing what?
Yeah.
What you do? What doing what?
He could. It sounds like children are on their way down. He could. They said, "What are we doing?" He can get unprofessional for a couple of things, like for example, like if he has somebody else gig, he's not gonna say he's tired or nothing, or like and he only actually maybe did that one gig, and he was like, "Man, what time? What time's supposed to be?" I'm like, and that's the one gig I said, you know what? You could get fired. I said that we could just end this. Let's end this, and you don't have to play the drums for me ever again.
Oh yeah, we do that shit at least.
Let me tell you,
we're partners in like everything we do, and I tell you what.
Let me tell you,
we both done fired each other a couple times.
Yes.
I done told her, you know what? We ain't gotta do none of this shit.
I was like, I told you didn't want to do it in the first place.
Right.
Like, look,
you telling me.
Like, hey, I was gigging when you met me.
Yeah.
I met you gigging, so I'ma have gigs.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, he ain't say that though.
Look, so now that we're out of the icebreaker, you kind of led us right into it. We always ask every couple this. How did your love story start?
Yes.
How did it start? Everybody has a different perspective.
Everyone has a different story.
Last time, so we're gonna get you to go first this time, Mel. How did your love story start in your eyes?
It started all with some fried damn chicken.
It sounds like some nigga shit there.
So listen, nigga shit there. So we had rehearsal, and my piano player at the time was supposed to drop me back off, but he was kind of saying something like, "I'll take you back to the station." And I was cool with that, like, okay, cool. And D heard, and he was like, "Oh, you need a ride? Like, I could just drop you. Where you going?" And I told him where I was going, and he was like, "Okay." So of course on the way there we're kind of talking or whatever, and I was like, okay, he seemed cool. He was like, "Well, did you eat?" And I was like thinking like, "No, nigga, I ain't eat, but I don't know this nigga. This is the second time I seen him." But okay, he was referred by one of my friends. So okay, so we get to Hip Hop Chicken. And
how did I know it was Hip Hop Chicken?
Girl, and I had never been there before.
It sounded like a Hip Hop Chicken story.
Girl, I had never been there before because I was always on my health tip and stuff. I said, this nigga took me to the hood, and it was the hood.
Yes.
And he was like, "This where the food gonna be good," but they got fried green beans because he knew I would like greens and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, fried green beans, that's cool. That's cool." So we were just talking, chatting, and before you know it, the time was like leaving.
Yeah.
And so when I got out the car, this is what was funny to me. When I got out the car and I was like, okay, he turned around and he gave me this look like it was the funniest thing, like, oh, she's leaving. Like, oh, like almost like
he didn't want the like,
yeah, I was like, what's wrong with this nigga?
It's like a 12 p.m. What's that, 12 a.m.?
Right. Like he was looking like, Yeah. So then after that, I didn't talk to him for like 2 weeks before the gig. And then the gig came. And after the gig, he kept saying, I never got my picture. I never got our picture. Because after the gig, I was talking and I was like, oh, okay. So I sent him a few of the pictures from the gigs. And he was like said something like beautiful or something. And like, when was I free? And I was like, I knew it was going there. But I was single anyway. So I'm like, okay. But what was funny, y'all? We were supposed to. So he didn't tell me where we was going. So he said dates. I had on my best dress. You know, I was like, let me put my dress on. And first of all, he wasn't used to like, I guess a me type. Like, so I was just like, you know, I'm gonna be dressed and ready, like legs out. It's, you know, he was like, you're overdressed. We were going bowling, so so this is not gonna happen. This is not. And pretty much from that day, we were just hanging out every day, every day. And was it like 2 months in? 2 months in or something. I said I had loved his ass first, but it was an accident. I was like, and then he was like, what you just said? I was like, I ain't say shit. I was trying to run out that car so fast. But it was a natural vibe. Like the reason why I fell for him, it was like no like, oh, how much you make, how much I make, what you doing, what you do, and like all of that like superficial stuff. It literally was like because we was vibing and I felt like he was like a friend. I could talk to him. And it was funny. He took me to Hip Hop Chicken. I took him to Whole Foods.
There you go. Balance. D, what you got? D, let me hear your side. How'd it happen?
Man. So from my end, her story was about 199% accurate.
199.
Okay. Now, and
I don't want to hear what I missed.
No, you didn't miss nothing.
Oh, okay.
You didn't miss nothing. In all transparency, it was a little more issue on my end than her end.
They asked about the issues.
No, I'm just saying it was just a little more issue on my end than her end. But
so for you guys to get started, to be official, is what you mean? Yeah, that's always the case. I always say that no, for real. The reality for me is I've always said that when you start dating somebody, you gotta give a 3-month buffer to get some shit in order.
Yeah.
Buffer?
Yeah, about 3 months.
Yeah, it's always the ex hanging around.
You know
exactly.
That's if you know where you about to go.
No, I think it's natural because you haven't been dating. You have people that you need to disconnect from, people that you got to figure out if it's real. Am I going to let this person go? Because this shit might not even. It's like all of that stuff that you got to go through. And it's about 3 months before you be like, fuck. All right, y'all. For real. I'm good.
Right. Well, like I said, she was on it with everything. And it was just wild when I seen her because I met her before.
Right.
Before the practices?
Yes.
Okay.
So I met her previously. And at the time I met her, she was involved.
Oh.
But I was going to support my boy that was her drummer at the time. So I had already met her before. Just a simple introduction. Hey, how you doing? Enjoyed your show, blah, blah, blah.
And y'all in the music industry, so you're going to cross paths.
Right. Yeah.
That was it. So when I came into the rehearsal that night, the first night, and I saw her, I was like, she looks familiar. But it ain't ring a bell. And even she was like, I told her my name, and when I went to give her my drum business card, she pretty much called who I was out before I gave it to her. She was like, how did I know that? And I was like, I don't know. It kind of weirded me out.
Nigga, she said D, and I said DW. And he was like, how did you know that? I still don't know how the fuck I knew. Yeah. But anyway.
Damn.
But yeah, but like she said, and it was funny. Y'all said that sound like a hip hop chicken story. Because like I said, when I met her, she was single. And with the, like she said, with the 3-month buffer, you know, it was people hanging around on both ends.
Right.
And one of the comments that stood out that I laughed at on her end, the old situation said, "Oh, she looking like she interested in this old ghetto ass Southeast nigga."
Damn. Here we are.
Yeah, he was a mess, y'all. That's a whole nother situation.
It was funny when y'all said that sound like a hip hop chicken story, you know. And then like she said, she took me to Whole Foods.
There you go.
See?
And it was weird. I had been in there. I had been in the store, but I just grabbed like a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
They put one.
You know what? That's that why I said balance as a joke. It really is balance because you could be on extremes, right? So Melissa might be super duper healthy because she's a personal trainer, and it's like, all right, but every now and then I'm like fried chicken, and you got introduced to a whole nother world where you grew up in a food desert. You're not even introduced to these type of different shit. It's like, this shit, what is this, a papaya? Right. Whole Foods like the adventure world or some shit.
Hey, she took me there. I wasn't back then. I wasn't used to Whole Foods prices.
Yeah.
I went in there and I was like, man, I went in and got that hot bar. When I got to the register, and I was like, God, that's for this one.
Wait,
that's
$32.50. Like,
right. That's this one plate.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. I said, but I'm gonna do it. But like just like you said though, with the balance, she said that she was like, man, like, how many days a week do you eat fast food? Every time I talk to you, you in somebody's drive-thru.
I couldn't believe it.
And it was, I mean, I'm like, yo, I gotta eat. I don't feel like cooking. I've been working all day, doing gigs. I'm just gonna drive through, get something to eat, blah, blah, blah. But back to the story. I got a little sidetracked.
It's real.
Where the kids don't respect.
Y'all having too much fun.
Right.
Talk. What's going on?
Hey, like Melody put some makeup on. I'm like, what makeup? I only did a lip today. I don't know what she in. Who knows?
All right, go ahead back upstairs. All right, I got you. We'll be up there. But then, but like just talking to her, man, like she said, we generally and naturally just vibe and connected. And she was like, I mean, she was just like the coolest person. And that was something that, you know, I never went into a romantic situation with that mentality. Like, let me establish a solid friendship first. Like, I'm the youngest of 5 boys. So aside my girl cousins, any interaction with me dealing with females, it was on a off type motive. It wasn't on no let me be your friend type thing. So you know, I didn't approach women like that. And we like just talk, and it was crazy, you know, like she's younger than I am, but she definitely had a standard that I wasn't used to. Like I thought she lied to me for about a year about having a son, because I'm like, yo,
he was not.
I have not put eyes on a child of yours in a year. Like I'm like, you sure you got it? I'm like, maybe she a little off. She like, no, I'm not just gonna bring my son around nobody. Like, what if we don't work? He get attached and we don't work, blah blah blah. I'm not about to sit there and have to explain that, or you know, I'm not. I don't just bring people around my kid like that. And I'm like, okay.
That's respectful. I respected that about Patrice when we weren't together. That I didn't have to worry about dudes just, and it wasn't like she wasn't dating or anything, but she didn't just have any old body around the girls.
Right.
And the one time, the one person that I know they met for sure, they described that motherfucker to the T where I ain't even have to see him. They was like, "Daddy, do you know what he looked like?"
Snitching ass kids.
I had somebody.
Mine would definitely snitch.
Like, I'd be all over the whole place in a whole nother relationship, doing what I'm doing, whatever. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
Daddy, mommy had somebody in the living room. I was like, oh, no.
Devastating.
Let me call you back. What did she do?
The audacity for him to be worried about what I was doing. I swear.
Oh, shit.
You not.
But yeah. and then that first date, I pulled up and she came out the house and I'm like, oh. I said maybe she didn't get the memo.
Bowling night.
Yes.
You didn't tell me we was going.
I'm like, maybe she
didn't.
didn't.
You know what I appreciate? I do appreciate that you actually said to her, like, you might be a little overdressed, versus just letting her be walking to the bowling alley, like.
Nah, the way she looked, for lack of better terms,
come on. Shit.
I was just like, yo, I ain't got the blick on me, so we ain't going out to no bowling alley. Because I know Bama's gonna be disrespectful. Yeah, it was no question. No question. So I was like, we gonna put that dress up for you got it on, so we gonna hang out. But that dress, I'm gonna have to up the caliber of where we going.
Yeah.
So y'all didn't end up going bowling. Y'all went somewhere else.
No, we just hung out.
Yeah. We ended up hanging out because the movies was like
so good. That
it was something going on in the movies.
I gotta get the shot. She looked too
Yeah, I was like, what's going on in the movie? What did he say? I didn't hear him.
That's it. And he said, "You look so good. I had to go back home and get the strap."
Make sure the volume up on.
Oh no, it wasn't you. It was them kids screaming.
Oh.
But just double check, baby.
It's up. I already checked. It's up and it's up and it's up and it's up. I check. I know.
Put them on YouTube.
Unorganized, but.
Yeah. Well, I finished. I'm not finished, but while I'm telling the rest of this dress story, so I was used to that, like being like, okay, where we go? Okay, I'm gonna wear this, you know. So I was like, you gotta tell me we was going bowling.
Yes.
I was like, oh, because it really, I wasn't like a jean girl.
Yeah.
Like I would still probably like to wear like some biker pants or something. Mm-hmm. That's just like my style. But because it depends on the body. So I never like your type of shape. Like it doesn't matter if you got on a dress or jean, that thing gonna be thinking.
It's gonna be thinking.
Yeah, but some women, you know what I'm saying? Some women, if they in jeans and they not hippie and certain stuff, it's like jeans don't do nothing for you. Yeah. So I'm like, I ain't about to wear. At that time, I'm like, I'm
trying to get this together.
I was like, I ain't about to wear no jeans. Like, you know, I couldn't stand jeans, but I didn't know back then it's because my jeans was the wrong size.
Oh, boom. How about that?
Yeah, I didn't know. So I was like, oh, no wonder the jeans is the wrong size. Like you supposed to be able to pull and do a little jump in them. I didn't know all of that.
Your jeans was comfortable and shit. You stepped
right comfortable, so they was not jeaning. Like I was like, oh, right, because he used to say that, like you don't never wear jeans. I was like, I hate jeans, like you know. So I had no idea, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's how we met.
That's good, man.
Drummer, singer, hip hop chicken, ended up being Whole Foods. Now, you know, now we hitting steak houses and everything else, you know.
Upgrades, like a
you know what? Speaking on that though, that was one of the major things. Like you guys were talking about intimacy and stuff. Mm-hmm. Because I wasn't really materialistic. Like it didn't matter where we went. Like long as I'm learning how you are, like cool. Yeah. And then as we started to date and then do more stuff and go places, I was going to places I usually wouldn't go to because I wasn't like a foodie. Like what new restaurants out? Like, I'm like,
yeah,
what new restaurant? I'm trying to get on this treadmill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about? New restaurant. But I got a better balance with him. You know, so like you said to today, people ask me all the time and they'll joke about it and be like, when D gonna come to your class? And I was like, I'm good with him not wanting to come. It's cool because like you said, the extremes, if he was like me, it'd be too much.
yeah.
You had two people G.I. Joeing all fucking day and shit.
Like Martin was doing the switch.
Right, it'd be too much. So you got one person like this, because then the other person know when to pull the other person back and say, yo, you've been doing good all week. If you don't eat this damn slice of pizza, and then I will say to him, you just had ribs 3 days in a row. Like, you know, so it actually balance it out.
Yeah, no, that's the truth. It the relationships, as much as you do end up having stuff in common, there is areas in which you balance each other out.
Yeah.
That if two people was thinking and operating the same way, it would be too much, and you actually probably wouldn't last.
Yeah, like, oh, this nigga getting on my nerves.
Exactly, because I'm looking at myself like, calm down. Like, no, bitch, you calm down. Like, you're
right.
So, but no, okay. So this is what I noticed. So, drummer, singer, hip hop chicken, first date, music. When did you guys fall in love with music individually?
Oh, yeah, because y'all was doing music before. Y'all didn't.
For me, I've always been around music. So my mom and dad, they were, you know, but my mom was more of a church person than my dad. So my dad played guitar, electric guitar. One of my oldest brothers plays guitar and sings. Another one sung and he started playing drums, and that's when I started. The brother that's next to me.
Oh, y'all was a Jack the 5.
Pretty much, except one. We were like 4 1/4.
4 1/4.
Yeah.
He was the Tito of the family. It's like, no, I'm just playing. Don't tell him from I said
Tito used to play the shit on that motherfucking bass. What you talking about?
The other one, the other brother. Now he is. That's my brother. I love him dearly, but he just street. That's just him.
Yeah, I got a brother like that too.
He's good. He's good at what he does.
Oh yeah,
I give him that. Anything you want to know on that end,
he got
him. He'll put you on point. But everything else, but as far as the music side, he might be the only one that doesn't do anything musically.
Wow.
So
they cut his mic off.
Yeah, we was.
Y'all cut his mic off.
Yes.
They pulled him up there and they cut that man mic off, and he ain't know. He was like, oh. I said, why is he in it? I said, his mic is off.
He was in the middle of a riff. And y'all cut that man off.
No, as soon as we gave him the mic, they found out and they muted it. So he was singing. He was singing. But, you know, right.
That was disrespectful.
Full lip sync mode. But yeah, so I started playing. I was interested in drums. And then so it's 5 of us. Myself and the brother next to me, we're close. And then we have an older set.
Yeah.
So when we came along, they were in their late teens.
Oh, okay.
And my brother that played drums for the church, he decided, I'm at the age I don't want to go to church no more.
Yep.
My parents didn't force him.
Yep.
So nobody was playing drums. And I kind of fell into it by default, but I wanted to do it.
Oh, okay. So you replaced your brother in the church.
So you started playing drums in the church. Oh,
yep.
Okay.
And then, you know, my dad being the jack of all trades. Huh?
About how old were you then?
My dad had videos of me playing drums. I was about 4.
Damn.
So you couldn't see me per se. You would have to look hard, and you would just see a little black head between the 2 toms.
Sticks though.
Oh my God. You should have been on that Steve Harvey show. What was that about the kids?
Well, I'm 41, so Steve ain't had them shows out back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was me.
All time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
I would say probably like 9, because I was singing since I was about 4 or 5 in church, and people would be like, "Sing God is a good God again." Wow. Sing it again. I'd be like, okay. But I didn't really like enjoy it yet. But I started enjoying it when I was in school. I don't know what's going on with them. When I was doing like drama club stuff, that's when I really was like, oh, this is amazing. You know what it was? I know, Patrice, wow, nobody ever asked me this. I know what it was. I started enjoying music when I could realize that it was a gift. Because there was a time when I just thought everybody did it. So I was like, oh, okay, they want me to sing too.
Interesting.
And one day I remember, like, I was like around 9, and one of my friends was like, I wish I can sing. And I was like, you can't sing? Oh, because I'm just thinking like some people don't sing, Yeah. And she was like, no. And I remember being like, oh, and that's when it changed for me, because I was like, oh, this is a gift. My mother would be like, that's a gift, and so I realized that. So that's when I fell in love.
Wow. I love that. I love that, especially because the fact that y'all backgrounds were very similar. It seems like everybody that's real musical background always started in church. Always.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
I think because look at this here.
Look at my man got the bass.
That is beautiful.
I do that too. They don't know.
Slapping the bass?
Yeah, man. I used to play for Howard Gospel Choir.
Oh, my cousin used to sing for them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Your cousin can sing down then.
Yeah, he can.
He really can.
Howard Gospel Choir ain't no joke.
He's very, very good, like along the line of like opera.
Yeah, his voice.
Wow.
His voice is out of this world.
Good. Yeah.
Wow.
I might know him.
Amon Rice. That's his name.
Short, light skin, got green eyes.
Yeah.
I want to say that name. Bring
right,
a bell.
He's singing all over the place.
Yeah, he's singing
up. He's say that name
in churches and stuff like that. And like I said, he used to sing at the I don't know if I don't think he still does, but he did
I know he did at least 5 years ago, because he did some in the Crampton Auditorium, and I was there around the time when Francis Wilson passed. Mm-hmm. And he was singing it.
Yeah, he's a great singer.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, actually, my Uncle Donald. So I guess it was in the family. Okay, I get it. I was about to say I don't know how he got that, but I get it now.
Uncle one of them like stylistic type singers. That type of shit.
Yes. So let me tell y'all a funny story about the bass. So my father used to play the bass guitar, right? I say bass guitar for a reason. So I went to music class. I was in like high school, and I was like, I want to play the bass. My father played the bass. I want to play the bass. They was like, okay, come on. So I'm playing the bass. This one, it stands up.
Right, cello.
Yeah. So I'm talking to my father, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like this. And he was just like, oh, okay. So finally one day we were watching, I think it might have been Idlewild or something like that. And I was like, yeah, Dad, I be playing the bass just like that. He was like, baby, no, I didn't play that kind of bass. I played the bass guitar. I was like, why did you tell me that? I went to the whole semester trying to learn how to play this damn bass.
OMG.
Yeah, two totally different.
things.
No, it's no frets on the cello, and it's mainly fingering techniques versus knowing.
Like that.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
I think the cello is cool though.
It was. I felt cool. I was like sitting there doing that thing. I felt cool.
How you sitting there?
You know, I had to have my leg open.
That's all I was looking at. How you did that. Damn. Y'all couldn't see that.
No. We had seen enough from that last podcast. I said they don't put the harness on her, everything.
Hey, listen. See, that's what I get for saying I was going to be a volunteer. That's what happened. I was like, yeah, I'll volunteer. I ain't got no problem with it. And I was like, what's happening?
You was the perfect person.
I was looking outside. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why is the comment of every man? Every man said the same thing. Hey,
look, I had a few of my homies in the back.
I wasn't looking outside.
Hey, bro, I ain't even know like Patrice was that like that, but like, no disrespect, you didn't keep it to you. I ain't know she was like that, bro. You didn't keep it to yourself for a long time. I say, yeah, I'm gonna keep it to myself too, nigga.
Right. Oh my God.
I think it off topic. I think that's the funniest phrase. Anytime somebody say no disrespect, they about to say the most disrespectful shit.
No disrespect, but your wife down there on all fours with the standing in the motherfucking nigga. No disrespect, my nigga.
Right.
I ain't know all that was going on.
Right. Like, what in the world?
Give me a pass on the shit I'm about to say.
Right. You should say. You should say, I'm about to say some fucked up shit. But listen.
Right.
Listen, I'm not, I swear. This is from the heart, though.
Right.
Love you like a brother.
But it's about to go left.
I almost had the whooper dude at one of my old jobs, man. She came down there to meet me for lunch one day, and the dude was like, "Oh my good man, he get a big old ass, man." Oh, so the first time he said it, I laughed. Ha ha ha! Funny. All right, go ahead with that shit.
Oh, he knew.
Oh, so he knew it was your
people.
Okay.
Yeah. He wanted to repeat it to the rest of the guys we was working with. Man, you should have seen his lady, man. I said, all right, bro, you getting a little out of pocket. By the third time he said it, I was like, all right, Slim, we clock out in about 15 minutes. You come holler at me when we get outside that gate.
You and me.
And you lucky we had to work right now. Because if we wasn't to work right now, I hit you in your fucking mouth.
That actually goes right into the next topic. That's so wild. And I'm actually very surprised about this. Because how do you sit and watch your wife? I mean, just parade and ooze, like, and capture the audience and then drop it low
and do splits and shit.
And doing splits. Like, how do you
because you know men is watching like a motherfucker.
Yeah. So two things. Now this might sound weird. But two things. One, I had an ex that used to sing.
Okay.
And she thrived on attention. So from that, I'm able to recognize it. With Melissa, she's in show mode.
Boom.
So it's totally different.
Boom.
She don't feed off of the attention.
Wow.
Although she gets it, huh?
Yeah, that's actually true. Because like even when we first met y'all, Melissa was really like
she was chilling.
She was chilling. Yeah. I sing a little bit. No,
she was chilling.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, we sitting in a chair, and it wasn't. You didn't even clear your throat. You was like, I don't know, y'all. My voice. And then I sing from my heart. Like, what the
hell? Yeah, you do go in the show mode.
Yeah.
Oh. Right. Yeah.
So for me, like she said, that's how I met her. That when she's in rare form like that, that is her element. I enjoy it. And for me, like I said, I know that she's in her element. So it don't bother me, one, like I said, because I learned to I learned to pick up on it back then. But the type of person she is,
wow,
I could care less if a million dudes was coming at her. You know what I'm saying? I know her.
Wow.
So I could care less about. My thing has always been people gonna respond. People gonna be people.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
So I don't care what 100 people do. My concern is how you respond to what 100 people do.
Exactly. Because you cannot help being attractive.
Right.
That's just, you can't.
Right.
I guess what I piggyback over him. I don't really give a damn. Like at a performance, I'm literally in performing mode.
Yeah.
And it's just like I just want to give this crowd the best show. They like I want to just give them my all.
Yeah.
So I guess like he's saying, my intentions is never like I'm trying to finesse somebody tonight.
Yeah.
I'm trying because
fall to that because there are a lot of entertainers who sometimes always want to be the center of the attention, but on and off the stage, like they're always in a performance mode. How did you learn to cut it off? Because that's not something a lot of people learn.
I guess because my music side is really like an alter ego. It's like I gotta be in that frame. And I just, like you said, I don't think nobody would want to deal with Melissa V. Neal to perform all day. That's just too much energy, too much going on, too much. Like, look how you looking at me. Too much going on. I mean, I have levels, so I have times that I snore, I cope apparently. So he say because I have too much energy all the time.
I was like, man, she got a habit. She functions, but she got a habit. Ain't nobody on the move like that all the time, man.
There's no way.
But no way. She got telling me something.
It was all Herbalife. It wasn't.
It really was the vitamins. I was like, yo, no. But I just didn't never want to be like arrogant, like, oh, like how people do, and then they off stage and they still like sweating and acting all fucking crazy and shit. It's like, because what I learned through music and just dealing with different people is that everybody have a gift of different things.
Yeah.
So just seeing what their gift was. And also my mom taught me when I first started performing, I would be so nervous. And she was like, if you can get the women, then you got the crowd. You gonna have the men if you look great. But you got to get the women. So you ain't trying to impress the men. So I'm never going out there like I'm about to do this split for this nigga back there.
I'm
gonna do this split for this chick right here. Because she gonna want to dance.
And once you get the women, because you get the women hype, now the party turned up because the women good. So the men is like, God damn, now
so let me say, so when we first started doing our lives, somebody that we know was like, yeah, y'all gotta get a female singer, like somebody out here that's sexy, blah 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 blah. And I was just like, that's not really what I'm trying to do, right? Like I knew what he was saying, like more so something for the guy, like something for the guys. But I was like, that's not what I'm looking for, because the same thing that you just said, I don't want women to then be uncomfortable, right? Because it's like, oh, here she go. But versus I want them to support her. And so when I met y'all, I was like, oh, I like your vibe. Like I like the way that you were in the room with all this talent, but you was chilling. Yeah. Like, I love that. And then honestly, even because we didn't get a chance to see D drum, but even seeing y'all in performance mode on that Saturday, I was like, these niggas is low key as hell. But y'all talented than a motherfucker. There's a lot of people that be urgent.
I want to give D a compliment just based off this this whole dialogue right here, because you have a woman that is in the forefront, and you are cool because you are the drummer. You're literally in the background, but you holding that pocket together. Actually, she's singing to the beat of your drum anyway. Ooh, so you're holding the rhythm, but she's in the front. But what I noticed is you are a big supporter of her. Like you one thing I want to compliment you on is you always speak highly of her. Like we was trying to figure out, like, before we heard her sing, and I was like, well, what you sound like if you had to compare yourself? And you said, who did you say? He said, who'd you say?
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. And I was when you said Shaka Khan, I was like, oh, we compare her to Shaka.
That is
it automatically made me because nobody really go there.
And Shaka Khan on top of that. Most of the time Beyonce or something like that. Well, but you can tell you was music too, because you said Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
Shaka Khan, though, when I actually saw you perform that last month, that's what she looked like when she was younger, and she used to wear the push, and she controlled this crowd, and she was militant because she was in the Black Panther. She was sexy. She just controlled the room, and she had an amazing voice. And honestly, you picked that shit out because
it was the truth.
It was the truth, but I like how you support her from the back, and that's commendable.
Yeah, he plays the back, and that's the balance there because he played like other than last night he wanted a picture. And I was like, babe, I ain't know because you usually don't want no pictures. He was like, I was fresh, I guess, because he had his pink and white on. I said, well, shit, I ain't know.
What? No. But I just wanted a picture with you. I wasn't trying to be all up front and out front.
I know, but I'm saying usually at the gigs, he taking pictures, but he like if y'all met my best friend that was there too, she's like that. Like, I don't really want to be.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just in the background. I don't want to be bothered. Like, I'm back here.
Yeah.
So like you said, he's like he's in the background, but he's in the forefront because he's like a stronghold. Because on the way there, he might be like, "Hey, you got it. Like, you got it. Like, don't be nervous. You good." And then I also lean on him. Like when I started shooting the video for my song and stuff that's coming out, I was like, I'm gonna be uncomfortable because video I gotta really be like in these acting scenes with this guy. I was like, well, I'm gonna need you to come so I can feel like okay, cool, like, and I feel like who is like this is a little too much, like yeah. So just in all like the balance because I didn't never feel like some people really have to compete in their relationships. They're competing like. That's why I didn't really want to date a musician or especially like a singer. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want them to feel like they're competing against me. Like, but he knew how to play. But or be critical, you know, in the wrong way.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely correct about that. Competition in a relationship. That is very real. Outside of just even entertainers and performers,
it's in the entrepreneur world too.
The entrepreneur, which is men and women. Period.
It's like
it's a competition.
I think that's why we kind of try to partner on a lot of the things because if you partner, you automatically got to support each other versus competing. Because we created this together. It's almost like we look at businesses like raising a child.
Right. Child baby.
Yeah. So like when your baby first come out. Your baby ain't walking, your baby ain't crawling, no matter what everybody tell you about. You're supposed to make motherfucking $1 million in a year. No. Baby can't even hold his fucking head up. You can't even you gotta let that business just like a baby develop. And I think because of that, it's like, okay, now we're the mother and the father versus if I got my business and she got hers, now we in the house like, oh, well, this quarter I made this and I did, or might not even be that, but you just low key can have an indirect type of competition and don't even you in it.
So was more important.
Yeah, so you kind of do it together. So you eliminate all that. We're gonna make this motherfucker work together. We done raised 20, and now we're doing the same again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So I always be like, we like that in general. Like that's why we loved the event, your last event, because it was like. Just seeing different people on different platforms and what they do, be good at what they do. And it's like, look, I don't know how to make no goddamn coffee, but I can sing. So let me taste your coffee and buy this and purchase so just pulling out what we're good at in each other. Like instead of because people be messing with us, especially family members, like, how you gonna let his stomach right there? I'm like, I don't fucking give a damn. I'm not. I was like, when I got with him, he was skinny as hell. So I was like, first I wanted him to gain weight. Now he gained weight. I'm like, that's not why I'm with him. If he's happy, fine. Because really, when I went through my depression and I was like gaining weight, like after having my kids, and I just was like I was falling apart. He never was like, oh, you're unattractive. You do that. So I'm like, okay. So he even to this day, like if I be like I ate this and run, he'd be like, you're good. So just not having that pressure and piggyback on what you guys said at the beginning to him, how do he stay away from like feeling a certain type of way with me performing? That's one of the things that play into it that he also know with me is like, I know that's a superficial thing. So I'm like, if a nigga send me out today, you know, I got my hat on my head and shit. You know, I got my hat on. Like when I came to y'all's, I was kind of simple makeup. Like I did it myself, but like if I'm doing a show, I'm like layered up. You know, they probably don't contour my nose down like I'm. You know, so I'm like, that's not even me.
Sidebar. Yeah. And not to mention, I get the performance after the show.
Oh, yeah. That energy that comes after.
Whoa. And that's a whole nother meal.
All that energy, and now you gotta go somewhere. And you like, get a drum or something.
Yeah, that's a whole nother meal because and I think that's what is true too. I used to be so scared about showing like my music side, my real side, and like my performance side. Look, he talking to him like, why are you back again? I used to be like so afraid of that because I knew my family would be like, she out here doing this. And I'm like, I'm out here performing, I'm dancing. Yeah. But then I would tell people, then they would say what you guys say, like, well, you splitting, or I was like, this is PG. I'm just performing, I'm just a dancing, you know, I'm just having fun, you know. So just that and not really giving too much attention to like the crowd. Like I don't really see people.
Yeah.
I really see their spirits. And I'll pick them out like the girl that works at the Culture Coffee, and she dance. Mm-hmm. But I just have to pick her to dance with. I was like, no, you ain't scared to dance. So I don't really see people like and be looking at like, well, what this guy look like, what they look like, what this person. Because honestly, that's never been why I was attracted to nobody anyway. Yep. And the one time I did that with my ex, that shit went downhill.
Hey, that superficial shit don't mean a motherfucker.
Yeah, it don't last. That's why I always be like this. No. I be thinking like this dude only talking to me because I got this, you know, going on. Because I've seen the same people the next day. And they might not even say anything. And I'm like, this motherfucker. Yeah. I don't know. I just see him last night. And that's before I dated him. And I would see that and be like, you know, so I think us starting to date in the raw grind, me first working at the beginning and like making less money. He always make this joke because I definitely didn't drive because I was scared to drive. And
Lord, she was on the metro bus with a senior citizens bus pass.
Shit, that shit though. First of all, I was with the senior citizen pass because the senior citizen pass was cheap.
It sure is. It sure was. Why was you scared to drive?
Oh, I got hit. I got hit by a bus walking across the crosswalk.
I understand that.
I just didn't like cars.
You should be scared of walking, not driving.
And metro bus, you had to see your pass.
True, but I was like, I don't want to drive, you know.
I ain't gonna be the one to hit nobody damn body.
But he was like I told him when I met him, his car wouldn't get hot and shit. It was cold fuck in the winter, and that joint would take 15 minutes to get warm.
That's how you know it's real.
Right.
We done had, I'm gonna tell you, I can go down a list of our fucking limits we done fucking had. If I go down to, and let me tell you something, man, I don't even care, like, car shit is really not big to us because we done had, our first car was a Mercury Sable that I bought out of the backyard of somebody on brother's place. And I just put a cardboard box in that motherfucker that says stolen tags because I ain't had no fucking tags. And I was riding around that motherfucker dirty as shit.
He drove to my house to just show me like, baby,
I got a new car. Right? Then I had
this. Then the next thing I know, I'm like, how you get tags? He was like, oh, I just popped it off somebody's junk.
Oh my God.
We was young though. So
but do you guys think so and this is no shade to nobody listening, like if that's what your story is, but I just feel like when you meet people on your rise, it's better because I'm like, if I would have met somebody and I'm dating and then I'm already got a fitness business running and I'm doing this, it's almost like it's so many reasons why you would like me. Right. But what if all of that was gone? So somebody put up a quote like that recently about like your roots versus your leaves. Ooh. And people fall in love with your flowers, not your roots.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's heavy.
Oh.
That's real heavy.
Wow.
And that's true though, because that's what I think I said that on the live. I said we've been through so much growing up that it wouldn't even make sense to do this. It wasn't comfortable. I was in another situation. It wasn't.
It was moments that both of us had when we were separated with other people that was important to where we were. Like it showed growth, but we couldn't share it with that person because they didn't understand where we came from.
Right.
So it might have been like a regular moment for them. It's something that they've always experienced, but for us, it was like, damn, like this is wild. So like we even like now that we experience a lot of stuff separately, but even now coming together, it's still a lot of stuff that we shared our first or moments where it's like, damn, remember like 4 years ago we couldn't do this. So like that kind of like you said, when you're coming up with somebody, like having somebody to go through that journey with, and then not make it together.
Like, cause we got stories, man. Stories of eviction, stories of walking to fucking the grocery store in the snow, stories of being broke down on the fucking highway, having to figure out how we going. We got fucking empty out the change pouch to go get some gas. We got real fucking stories that now that we are where we are in life. So if like, okay, it could be simply something as simple as having a good credit score. It could be something as simple as, damn, it could be something simple as, oh man, look at our fucking place that we living in, and we always wanted some shit like this, but it'll be a regular place to somebody else. They ain't seen that struggle. They ain't know that we was staying on a bed that was like tilted to the side and that type of shit. Like, fuck it, if we rolling each other, we deserve these
monumental moments.
Right.
So when you somebody else, it's like, oh, okay, I got good credit too. It's like,
right. That's why I feel like the new, well, people like to say modern women, modern men, but modern relationships are hard. From the friends I talk to, and you guys, I know y'all got friends, and they talk about how hard it is to date now because it's so many things and standards and you need to do and what you got. And the thing that would turn me off is if the first thing you ask me is, what do you do? I'm like, damn it, you already don't put me in a social class.
Yes.
You don't even know where I'm going. Do you see where I'm going?
It's so interesting to me. One of the things that bothers me and that I've heard some people say is how you have to be whole before you come into a relationship. And I think sometimes, I know for a fact that when we got back together, I thought I was like in a great place. Like I was like, I know how to have my attitude in check. I'm more listening. I'm more patient. All of these things. And then when we got back together, it's just buttons that when you're with somebody, they press them buttons.
But it just makes you better.
It does. It makes you better, but you figure out the places that you need to grow in when you're by yourself. Like you really learn that when you're in the relationship. So you could think you're forgiven and whole and all these things. And then you get in a relationship, you're like, oh my God, what's going on here? I thought I had this attitude in check. I had all this in check. And then I have to learn another layer of patience, another layer of understanding, another layer of forgiveness. And it actually doesn't stop.
Right. Ever.
The other reason why though is also to piggyback on what you just said. Also, if you come in like now, modern time, now women have shit for their own also. So, and men have their own shit. So it's like, okay, you don't necessarily need nobody. Like we wake up and choose to be with each other. We don't need each other. It's a choice. But if you're not together, don't have no history, don't have no connection, ain't paying no bills together, and I gotta choose to be with you, I'm not gonna choose to be with you into some bullshit. And the problem is now everybody can just swipe left and keep it moving.
Right. They like, all right. Well,
no reason to even be like, oh, I'm gonna deal with this shit because the motherfuckers just swipe left. So our friendship and our connection, if I'm asking you what you do before I even know how I feel about you, like I'm only with you because of what you do.
Exactly.
Right. That automatically made me be like, I'm out. Let me go extra stage left.
You're really trying to put me, okay, check this box. Boop.
Yeah.
Nah, who am I?
Yeah.
How about who am I? Who are you?
Right.
What do you like to do? What makes you happy?
Right.
What are you looking for?
Yeah.
What you do is just like basically asking indirectly
how much money you make.
Right.
That's exactly what that is.
How much money you make?
You might as well say that. How much
Right.
you make? Because that's why you ask me, because you're like, oh, okay. Executive assistant. Oh, okay. You calculate dollars. That's all that is.
Right. That's exactly, you hit it on the head. And what ended up happening is you got all this superficial stuff from the beginning and high standards and all this stuff. And it's like, what happens when those flowers start to drop?
Yes.
And it's not raining like it was.
Yes.
And also people can't deal with that because it's like, I haven't seen this person down and out. And it's like,
that's another thing. Like, you can't even be down no more. It's like, shit go up and down. I've been up and I've been down and I've been up and I've been down. And that's just what the fuck life is. But if I'm only with you because you're up or while you're up, okay, what do? All right, I'm a firefighter. Guess what? What if I don't like being a fucking firefighter no more? Or if I get fucking hurt, or if I get hurt, and now I can't do that no more, so I can't bring that fucking money in now. You only cared about what I did. You didn't care about who I was. What's my character? We looking at fucking what people have before we looking at their character.
Right. Their character, because some food people, it's fine. They got upset with me at my job because they follow me, but because I had said something one day that something that happened at work, and it really put in perspective. Like, okay, you the executive director, you making all this money, and you pissed the fuck off. You got a bad attitude every day. You keep that goddamn job.
Absolutely.
Because if that's what's gonna come with you being like that,
right?
When you miserable, you leaving here, you like, you pissed off all day.
That's
and then I seen the janitor lady that came in every day.
Happy.
This lady was happy.
Happy as all get.
She like, yeah. I was like, look at that shit here. She literally cleaning up bathrooms.
What's funny is all the goddamn time.
Right. And the biggest balls is like pissed. Angry.
All the time.
So like you said, the character and like I have a few friends that's like that. Like I was dating this executive and he had a terrible attitude. And it was like, well, that's because you didn't get to know his attitude. He been had a terrible attitude.
That's right.
You dated him because you were like, he had some dollars.
That's right.
And then what gets me is it also cuts off the potential, because I believe like in relationships, like how you said, how you didn't believe in coming like full, because you meet your other half to fill you up.
Yeah.
So that they're like, oh, I see this greatness in you.
Yeah.
I see this in you. Let's pull each other together.
Exactly. Yeah. Because it's something that he gives me that I didn't get from like other people and even family necessarily, because my family has their own way of viewing life. So his perspective of life coming into mine is what's helped me see the world completely different than I saw it at 19 years old. And I'm almost positive it's the same for him. Like, is it hold up?
No,
okay. But like
I better have said She had a knife on the side, or you couldn't say is it nigga right on my side.
But no, it does. It helps you open up. And sometimes it's frustrating because you do want to stay in the same old way that your parents grew up in. And it's like, why is that not good enough? But then but I realized that it was something that is just needed. It goes back to that word again, balance. Like something that we just we fight against it often, but when we rest in it, it's the best. And so that's the problem. Like it's like the same things. I love this song from Mid Condition. The things that make me love you are the things that push me away. So it's but yeah, so like with that, like that's how I feel. It's like the things that I love about him, his outgoingness, like his how social he is, but also irritates the fuck out of me. Like, stop talking. Like, get off your phone. Like, why are you still talking to people? And it's irritating in that aspect, but it also is the same thing that I love about him. Yeah. So it's like on a certain day, it might be like, oh, look at you, all cute. Look at you, was over there. What you say to that person? And then another day, like, shut the fuck up. Like, God damn.
Why are they still asking this nigga questions?
I wonder what yours is.
What?
The thing that you love and hate.
Oh, what is the thing I love and hate about you? You know what I love and hate about you?
What?
I love.
Because I always express mine.
I love how serious and orderly you are.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it grinds my fucking gears. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, yo, just.
Interesting.
Yeah, I get it. It's like so. That being said, y'all see my face now. This is pre-statement.
No bruises. Everything is
Look at her face.
Everything's good.
Look, a bicep.
I check on you tomorrow.
I would say my thing with her, and it's but like the concept itself is weird, but it makes sense. Is her talking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because of her talking, now I communicate.
Yeah,
that was never my thing.
I'm talker though. I'm the talker though.
Oh, that was never my thing. I'm like, yo, I deal with it how I deal with it. Point blank. Period. Mm-hmm. Leave me alone. Mm-hmm. But she's a talker. Mm-hmm. She communicates, and because of that, I've learned now. I have to communicate. Mm-hmm. But on the flip side, she communicates.
So you need that. So you need that shit.
I get it. I get it.
I don't want to hear that right now. You talking. You always talking. But hold on. Do you want me to talk or do you don't want me to talk?
A statement I say probably 12 times a week. You're always talking.
Because I gotta get this shit out of my head.
I know
this shit just
he's like,
but
you don't understand my perspective. I do, because you're always talking.
No, you gotta hear about all the your way perspective. Through. And then she cut me off because I gotta say this part so you can understand.
But I've already heard it. And
don't understand that part, you won't get to that part. So now that I got it all out, here I am.
But
you already heard it?
And I heard it earlier and at lunch. Now I'm trying to tell you my perspective.
I'm still processing it.
Look at him. I usually call him at lunch. I've
thought about it from every different angle. And if I don't get it out of my head, it's going to be pinging. I got to get the shit out of my head.
Lord.
He definitely love and hate it, because then when I don't talk, he's like, hello?
What's wrong?
Baby, his little dance he do. I'm like, what do you want? I definitely would say the communication piece with us was like, so what did I love and hate? I'm
gonna keep that question for I'm gonna use that for another time.
Maybe
I don't know, but I would probably
love everything.
I would think the workaholic side.
Oh yeah, because it's benefits and it's not.
Yeah, maybe you love everything. I know you don't hate it.
Hell nah.
I just trying to figure out.
She'd be like, you taking another gig? Blah blah blah. I'd be like, yeah. Why? Like, cause when you call me and say we need such and such, I can't tell you I ain't got it.
That's true. That's true. It might be the workaholic. I'm trying to figure out, is it that, or it might be no. It's Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh.
So like, I like that he's nice to people and stuff, but I hate that it also gets him in binds. So he's better with it now, but at the beginning, D would be like, everybody be calling him to do. And I'm like, these motherfuckers know you got kids, you got a whole situation. If they call you one more time, so it would be like, okay, I like that you're polite and stuff, but then it's like, where's your cutoff? Like, you can't cater to everybody. You have to know that, like, hey, no. Yeah. For the balance. So that's probably mine. The workaholic. Balance. I don't really bother you that much no more with no gigs. And the reason why, so what changed the game? Because I did used to be like, when I first had Lil D, like,
hello, what are you doing?
Because I went from having a child that was 7, because me and D got together when Lakeem was 4, and I'm like, okay, look, he's 7, and now I have a baby.
Yeah.
And you outside all the time?
Yes.
I'm like, this is for the fucking birds.
Yes.
I was breastfeeding and shit. This nigga come in at 12 or 1 o'clock, like, I just came from a gig. I'm like, motherfucker, I ain't come from no gig.
Right. Fuck your gig.
Yeah. So, like, but it all changed one day when he said, I said, you know what blows me? You need to be spending time. My love language is like time, and like he laughed when I say this, like going on nature walks, because he always tell me, you don't know about no fucking nature. You walk through the hood, but anyways, that's nature. Nature walks and like that. And he said, I said, if you doing this for the money, like what about time? But it all changed in a matter of one conversation when he said, no, I do it because I love that. And I'm like, oh, okay. If you doing all these gigs because you need this for your spirit to drum.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So to this day, if he have a gig and he looks stressed and he's like, yeah, I gotta get 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, and I'll say, well, did you really want to take it, or did you do it? Are you getting it because you need the money?
Yes.
Or you doing it because you know? And he'll say sometimes like, I'm doing it because, or he'll be like, no, that's just a fun gig. I want to. And I'm like, oh, okay, but that changed the game. Ever since then, I don't nag to him about no gigs. I'm like, oh, shoot. But when I thought it was money driven, I'm like, 15 gigs today, like, you know, this, that. What about me? You know?
Yeah.
Yep. So it's that was one of the main things, like you said, like growing pains.
Yeah.
I learned that was an immaturity on my part.
Oh yeah.
Because my mother was like, you either gonna have a working man or a lazy. Ain't no in between.
Ooh.
Yo,
mama better say that shit.
And she was like, your bills paid, your lights on. He coming home, right? He always come home.
Oh, that was a conversation we had. That was a conversation we had. Back when in 2019, my father passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I mean, I had went like into a slump mode. So, you know, she was just like, baby, well, maybe you should find something entertaining, something funny. You like comedy, just something to take your mind off of it.
Yeah.
So I found these comedy roast sessions that I love watching. And we had, you know, we were talking. We didn't argue, but it was a heated discussion. And I was sitting there, and I was in my mind, I didn't know what was the issue. And she was like, you know, I was trying to, you know, get it from her perspective, but also have her hear my perspective.
Yes.
And she said out her mouth, she was like, well, you don't understand. You come in this house, sometimes you just seem so distant and so unattached. You know, you come in here every day and you just get on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And I said, what did you just say? She's like, what? You come in here every day and all you want to do is get on YouTube. I said, I come in here every day. I'm never out. I don't come in here 3, 4 in the morning. You don't have to worry where is he at? He didn't come in last night. I'm here. Every night. Sometimes I'm distracted, but the operative word in that phrase is you come home every day.
Yeah.
Yo, do you know how many women can't say that shit? Yeah. And men for that matter that can't say that shit. Because, you know, we kind of are getting to that place too. Because we've had that same discussion. And that's why we said, you know, we can sit on the porch and she might be emailing. I'd be like, man, why you still working? Da, da, da. She'll be like, why you still on your phone? Da, 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 da. Or why you doing this? Or why you doing that? Or man, I love podcasting. You know what I mean? I'll sit on YouTube. I watch podcasts all day. comedy is my thing too. I watch stand-up comedy. He like Kev on stage and all them. I can't stand him. But it's like that's her thing, and I got my thing, and it doesn't take away from that.
Yeah, Kev on stage.
We like a raw ass Kevin Melissa.
I love them.
We like a raw. We like a raw ass Kevin.
I love them.
They the radio version, y'all the uncut.
Yeah, we don't.
Yes.
Damn, I'm about to steal that. We the
they 104.1. We 93.9.
Right. Right.
We might be fucking talk. We might be fucking FM. We might be we internet radio.
Yeah, y'all gotta be. Yeah.
we definitely. The FCC is not gonna fuck with us.
But
see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's why. Got it. But yeah, we definitely did. We're coming up on that because speaking of, like when you were saying, the gigs that D take and how it's like something that feeds his soul. Like I could deal with not being around people. Like I'm good. I'm really an introvert. I do this, but I really could be
She's an introvert.
Like spending the majority of the week like in my house with my family chilling.
And I'm the
opposite. That satisfies me, but then he's left dissatisfied because he loves the energy of being around people. He's an extrovert. Like he loves, like he likes being around extended family members and stuff like that. And so like this year I realized, you know what? we're not going to drive each other crazy like this anymore, because we tried it where I did all that stuff with him and I was just miserable. We tried it where he sat down for me, and this was during COVID and a little bit afterwards. And then I saw him starting to unravel a little bit. And I was like, you know what?
Still in the house.
I was like, I am going to stay. He was like, well, what do I tell everybody when they ask where you at? I'm home.
True.
I'm home.
But also,
I'm home. Like also, I decide to go where I want to go. And if it's been a long week, I prefer to just
be in the house. Yeah.
Be in the house and decompress and just chill. But he so it was something it was a quiz that we did. Personality test quiz. And it said, Myers-Briggs, it said, after having a good day, what would you like to do? Go to a bar or come home and chill? Of course, Daniel's answer is go to a bar. Mine is come home and chill. So it's like we have these opposite personalities, and we've been really, we've been doing good with this. Meeting each other's
but also
needs.
Because the coffee shop has helped that too. Being at Culture Coffee too. Now I'm outside and you're working at your computer. You're in the house. So now what it is we're both the firehouse is one thing. This shit is just, I'm there. People was always calling 911. It's fucked up shit you gotta see. It's not really really tired of seeing that shit. But as far as being in the coffee shop, I'm there. There's people coming in. Everybody got an interesting story. They want to fucking, you like lattes, huh? Or you want a little caramel.
That's another reason why I don't go to the coffee shop every day too, because I don't want to interrupt his vibe, right? Like so every time you see people, you have a story that you tell, right? Like Daniel's is, do you know where the coffee's from? Do you know how one? Like it's all these stories. So I could literally be in a conversation and know what he's about to say. And I'm like, I cannot do this for 12 people.
It's my way of
30 people every day. But I cannot.
It's my way of saying, would you like fries with that? But I'm not selling you something. But it's different stories that keep people's attention.
This is even outside of the coffee shop. This is just in general. I can say verbatim what I swear I can. One day I'm gonna just speak into the phone and then listen, and I'm gonna record it for you so you can hear how you say it. I know what you're going to say. And so I don't. So I know I hate it.
Get out my head.
So what I told him the reason why I don't go, because I don't want to step on his toes, because I would be like, oh, you always say that, but that's that person's first time hearing that conversation. So I don't interrupt that vibe. And so he didn't get it. He was like, I don't understand why you're not here with me. I said, because I'm going to fuck up your vibe. Like, I'm going to mess up your conversation flow. And I don't want to do that because I understand how that draws people in. And I understand what you're doing. Like, and I don't want to mess that up. This is my 100th time hearing this week. So like I was like, I'll just come up every now and then.
But she come in, she put her headphones in, sits in the corner, does a little work.
Do the admin work, see what's going on, what's necessary, get behind the counter if necessary, and
it works.
Then you gonna see me.
We probably both homebodies. Like if he not working, if we gonna choose a bar over, I'm going to fuck home. I'm like, I want to go to the house.
Now I used to go bowling. That's something I would do by myself. I would go to the bowling alley and just bowl. I just love bowling, but
you know how to do the stands and stuff.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
That's how they do it.
No.
He be doing
something. You gotta get right, like you're shaking the hand. Woo.
My father told me he was like slapping the ass. He said, "Man, you gotta hit that. You gotta put the 2 fingers in there, man. Put it right in there. Smack that bitch ass. That's how my father told me how to vote. Smack that bitch ass, and then you turn a little bit.
Thank God you don't operate in the bedroom the way you bowl, because this nigga be hitting straight gutters. That slapping on the ass don't go to no strikes. That joint be straight gutter.
I suck at bowling. I'm horrible.
I'm all right at bowling. But we don't. Our love language that we're working on is like what he said. Is more of like, okay, I get it that you came home, like, cause he loved music so much. So like he'll come from the gig and be like watching something else drop. And I'm like, this motherfucker been gone from 4 to 12.
How you do it?
Shit. And then he like got his socks on, and you can hear he in the bathroom. Now he don't want in the bathroom. He like, fuck, like, nigga, you been at the gig the whole time.
It don't turn off.
Right, so he's still like in that mode. Yeah, he's still like in that mode. And I be like, so now what we work on is like, okay, cool. You can stay in that mode. Just at least, come in, let me get my hug, whatever. Yeah. I'll lay there by you while you doing your thing. Yeah. And you watching your videos, because when he coming from gigs, he's still listening to drum beats and stuff. I'm like, wow, cut this shit off.
But we had a scenario today. Today. And she called me twice. And I had declined the calls.
You better not ever decline my call.
Who, me?
No. Just let it ring.
I declined it because it was coming through my Bluetooth. And I was listening to something. Now, this time it wasn't music. It wasn't music. I have to go back now because a portion of it I missed. But what I was listening to, it was on the Willie Moore Jr. show on 104.1. And he had this doctor on there. And the topic was people living in the house, but only spending maybe an hour a week of uninterrupted intimacy time. So he was breaking down practical ways to increase intimacy time with your significant other.
Listening to some good shit. He's trying to get pointers.
I never got to explain that to her. Because soon as she called, and I guess for me, I was like, damn, I'm trying to hear what he's saying. I'm driving, the kids in the back, they making noise. So I'm gonna have to go back on the computer. But he gave some really great points. And he was saying, if you just follow these simple steps, you will get at least 5+ hours of uninterrupted intimacy time.
Oh, that's good. I want to see. I'm gonna have to look at that.
Yeah. And me knowing that was a big concern of hers.
Yeah.
As soon as he said it, I was like, oh shit, let me get on this.
Here we go.
And as soon as I started listening, the phone started. I was like, shit. Woo, woo. So I never got to explain it to her, because she thought I was listening to some music. She was like, so you just decline my call so you can listen to some music?
I was like,
and she's like, you know what? I'll just talk to you when I get home.
That's called an assumption.
Yes.
And what they say is, when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and me.
well, wait a minute. It was his approach. Because he was like, because I was all like about to call him about the gig and like, yeah, I heard the bass player when it came through the Bluetooth and I'm listening to the videos from last night. I'm like, man, that nigga kills. So I'm calling him about music and I'm all like, hello. Just got off. I'm all happy and shit. I'm like, hello.
Oh, man, you want to talk about the gig?
Right. And he's like, yeah. I said, D, I've been trying to call you.
Intimacy lessons.
Right. I said, I've been trying to call you. I said, I think I tried to call you, but your phone went to voicemail. I didn't even know he had declined it. He was like, well, I had declined it. I was like, oh, okay. What's wrong? What happened? He was like, I'm listening to something. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like,
look, Derek, I'm trying to get intimate with your ass, but you got the phone.
And I'm on like a high. I'm listening to my rap music and everything. So I'm all loud. So I'm like, listening to what? Is everything all right? He was like, everything's okay. I'm listening to something. So I'm like, all right, damn. So I hang up. So then he calls back. By the time he called back, I'm jamming like hell. I'm listening to Beyonce. I'm still thinking I'm on yesterday. So I'm riding in the car. I'm like, oh yeah, I see it. I want it. And he called back. He's like, hello. I'm like, yes. He's like, yeah, you can go ahead. It's over. What I was listening to, I was like, what? I was like, it's all right now. And I wasn't mad. I was just like, I'll talk to you when I get home. He's like, I said, I'll talk to you when I get home. Click. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm about to finish to my music because at this point I'm like,
real ass shit, yo. That happens every fucking day in everybody's
literally,
right?
It's so hilarious because I feel like that happens with us so much because I used to be real like grudgy, like holding grudges and like I'm gonna be mad. Like you gonna call me back, I'm gonna be mad. So now I move on from stuff. And so we still dealing with that other girl. And I'm like,
what other girl?
The other me. And I'm like, I'm not upset. He's like, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm not upset. Like I got off the phone. I went into something else. I started doing something else. I'm like, you explaining and trying to get stuff out. I don't even need it. Like I'm good. Like
and I think he was like that because when I came in the house, I was sitting outside in the car for 10-15 minutes. The neighbor was like, that sound good. The music you was listening to. I was like, that was me. She's like, I didn't know you could sing. So we was talking and stuff. So I came in the house. I'm all still in my I'm in space somewhere.
For real now.
Right. I was like, yeah. So then he walks up and he's like, I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, he gives me a hug. So I'm thinking like, oh, he must think I'm bad. I'm like, shit, I just ain't feel like talking. By the time you call back, I'm listening to Formations. I'm in the car thinking I'm at the damn concert somewhere. So I'm like, okay. So, but what was good was it was a non-verbal, like my bad if I was rude.
Yeah.
And it was like, and I was just like, are you okay? And he was actually having a tough day. Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, I just haven't had the best day today.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn. I'm like, my bad. I'm coming in here. I was like, because this motherfucking bass player, man, I'm all like on the high. He said, that's why I didn't want to call you because
the day was
I knew
terrible.
you would be like
so
that.
I know she was still hype about yesterday.
Yeah.
So I didn't even call her.
Yeah.
And tell her I was having a bad day. I was like, I just toughed the shit out.
I knew he was having a bad day when I sent him the split and stuff because he was there, but I always like sent him stuff. So I sent him what I put on the story and I was like, check this out. And he was like, what is this?
I was like,
did you post this online? I was like, I knew from his response, I said, that nigga he had a bad day.
No,
I was like,
no. I was asking that you post online because the top thing said something about some model or something like that. Model house or whatever it was.
Oh, the person might have reshared it.
Right, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, they reshared it. I thought he was saying like, what's this? You post that online? Because I'm like, what the hell you mean? Yeah, that's the usual. But either way, his response was already off.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Nah, when you connected to somebody, you know when they off.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna finish listening to this music, like, and how he handled it was perfect because I was thinking, cool. Long as we come to agreement, we get in the house. You like, hey, my bad. Boom, I'm not gonna be on it. But if he, now I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If he would have came in the house and been like, I'm like, what's wrong with this motherfucker?
Yeah,
I barely got a voice for the sound man last night, and this motherfucker bad. What's wrong with him?
So you said something that was really interesting too, Melissa, when you said he gave you a non-verbal sorry.
Yeah.
I am I used to be a fan of the non-verbal sorries, but now I need a motherfucking sorry.
Shit, nigga, you don't say sorry.
Oh, you gotta hear it?
You don't say sorry, man. You very rarely say sorry.
No. Wait a minute now. Damn.
I'm sorry ass nigga if I've ever seen one. I'm sorry about every goddamn thing I do.
This bullshit right here. This is Daniel sorry. You want to hit the J? That's Daniel sorry.
You want to hit the J?
That is not sorry.
It's a peace pipe.
Yeah, but it's not sorry. That's what I'm saying. That's what my point that I'm making.
Hold on. But if he wasn't sorry, well, he already
when I did it by myself.
I mean, Patrice, I agree with you though. Sometimes I don't like the nonverbal. Like if he really got on my nerves and then he just try to come and butter me up, be like, I told it's some damn fucking dance he do. Yeah. You don't notice. You be like, baby.
Oh,
you tripping.
No, I ain't. He be like, hey, baby. Like he do a little song, like he be like, hey, baby, you still proud of me? And like try to lay on me or something. And I'll be like, I'll turn over and be like, please. I put that pillow in between me, like, no thanks. Like, please. So
I don't like no pillows in between me. Move them.
See, sometimes when I'm nonverbal
on the couch.
Oh, really? No, he ain't never sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm always the one saying I'm out of here. I'm like, you know what? You know what I'm about to do? I'm getting ready to fucking check into a goddamn hotel. That's what I'm gonna do. And he always laugh. He be like, yeah, when you finish checking in, let me know because I'm gonna be the fuck gone.
This is this nigga. I was like, I just need a minute. Like, just a minute. The girls, my daughters was like, leave mom alone. She just needs a minute to
put her out, put her on the couch.
And he is like, no. Oh no, I got a hotel room. I was like, a moment.
I'm like, oh, who nigga is in this motherfucker? Where's it at?
You're a Scorpio though, so
where's it at?
You guys sting.
Who niggas in this?
If y'all pissed.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah. Like if you don't give me a time to figure it out, like, and that's what I be trying to. That's what I'm learning now. Like I'm processed because my first response is to defend myself. And that's not always what's necessary or be offended. And so now, like, if I take that moment to go through all my emotions, like, why did this agitate you? What does it remind you of? Is it really that serious? I think you are right. And then it's like, after that, then I can figure it out. But by this time, he already so upset because I'm not talking. And I'm like, I'm telling you, if you let me work through this, it will be great for the both of us.
So my mind is just.
That's D. D is you. Because he'll be riding in the car and I'm pissed. See, the thing with me, y'all, I'm like the Hulk. So I'm cool. Like, I'll be cool. I can be cool like 2 months. He could be like getting on my nerves 2 months straight. And I'm like, all right, yeah. I just ran on the treadmill. I just drank my green juice and shit. And then one day I'll be like, I'm gonna snap. I'm like, hello? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm going off. Yeah. And he's like, I hear what you're saying. Hold on. And he's trying to process. But if he hang up the phone, that's it. I'm like, oh, hell, break. Like, but in his mind, he's like, I'm just trying to let me get my thoughts straight and figure out why you're angry. And now it makes sense. Yeah. But by the time he get it together, I'm like, I'm on one. Like, I got a grudge. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, she's on one. She's on that. Oh, now you're sorry because your ass in the doghouse. I'm like,
no
damn doghouse.
Right.
the doghouse.
I be like, oh, you sorry because you don't got on my damn bad side. Now you want to be sorry. I was like, get out of here. Because D, he used to have trauma. I tell him this all the time, that he would be in a state of, he only would be his best when things was messed up, like a state of emergency. What is it?
Oh, that's interesting.
You know, like a state of emergency, you know. Yeah. But he been bad this whole show. It's fine. This is real life, y'all. This is reality.
That's why I gotta get a vacation.
Yeah. But it would be like going good. It's like D would be on sabotage, like literally, like it was going. And he said that one day, like if it's going too good, time to fuck it up. And I'd be like, and I would be so.
This is
actually my father actually said that when we were younger.
Yeah.
He said, man, I don't know what it is, but whenever things are going good, I just fuck something up. And I grew up. That's been the pattern my whole life, and I have to consciously because right now we in a good fucking space. We in the zone right now.
Been here for a minute.
We've been here for a minute,
and I'm on the edge because I'm like, the normal is
around this time
fucks up. So I'm in like, and I think that's
I know. Yeah, you've been preparing, but I ain't gave you nothing. So
that is exactly. I think that
I keep saying when I was a boy, I ain't there no more.
That I have been feeling.
Yeah, you waiting.
Is
you waiting, and I'm chilling. I'm in a good place.
Yeah, that trauma, that trauma then came onto me. So now I'm on edge. And
about to fuck something up.
I'm like, I know this shoe about to drop, but that doesn't. It's not. It's like I didn't allow him the opportunity to grow, so I'm on edge because I don't want to get too comfortable. Oh, the reason why is because what I've been saying in therapy lately is that I don't feel safe. And I kept trying to understand what is it that I don't feel. It's not you. It's just that I just don't. I don't know. I don't feel. I don't know. I don't.
Because it's like letting that wall down. Like okay, I went through that with D before. Yeah. I literally would call him and be like, "Hello." He's like, "Hello." I'm like, he's like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "What happened? Like what happened? Like, did you fuck some shit up?" Like literally, I'll be waiting. Like I know what's gonna happen. I'm already in the punching bag and shit. Like wait,
like how bad is this one? Like
and then I would tell him. He would say the same thing. He would say, "I haven't even gave you a reason." And I will already have my plan. Like if you do it, I'm like, I'm letting you know. If something pop off, I'm the fuck out of here. Yeah. I'm like, I'm out of here. Out of here is done. You know, and he's like, I ain't even doing anything. I'm really chilling. I'm chilling. And I'm like, chilling, you know. Yeah. So it is what you hit on the head, counseling.
Yeah.
So many people need counseling and therapy just to get rid of traumas from past relationships and relationship traumas of the growing pains.
Yes.
But that's what it
the growing pains.
Us going to therapy. Like we always tell them, like a lot of couples be asking us for advice. I'm like, no, you don't want to fucking no advice from us. Like we might have you doing some crazy shit that won't work for y'all, but work for us. You don't want to fuck out. You don't want out counseling. However, go to a therapist because we still do that shit to this day, and it's because it helps you unpack shit that you can't. Man, I know I learned so much shit about myself. And it's like now that I'm 40 and I was 39 when we started doing the therapy and I'm 40 now. And I feel like just me doing the therapy has helped me realize a lot of the shit that I think or thought and now that I'm just here, I'm like, that's why I'm here. I'm like in the space. It's like, even if I fuck up, I know why, I know when, I know, okay, I'm accountable now. Like therapy make you look at your fucking self. It really did, and when you look at yourself, you can't do nothing but fuck it up. If you fuck it up, you done fucked it up, and you got to live with the consequences that come by, or stay in the space you in if it's good. And that's just what therapy did for me. Like I'm happy right now, so can't nobody take me off of where I'm at. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't have to impress nobody no more. I don't care what people think about me no more.
Right,
I'm in a good space. I'm in a good zone. I know where I'm headed, and anything. It's almost like therapy helped me put the blinders on.
Yeah.
Like how horses race. It's like I got the blind. Nothing. I'm good. My life.
And my thing was, after certain situations, my thing was, I'm not going to sit here and tell you out of my mouth, you'll never be hurt by me again. That would just be a lie. What I can say is, knowing what we've been through, you won't be hurt by me like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that he say that because I'm one of like, please don't, because I'll be like, you told me you would hurt me again.
No, like that.
Right. Crazy once I'm pissed. I'm like, you told me you did the same dumbass shit again.
You lied, motherfucker.
You lied, right? But see, through maturity, I've learned, like he just said, it will be dumb to think we're never going to offend our partner, never going to do anything. But it's like, okay, working through that and getting, like Patrice said too, getting over it quick. Like, okay, that shit happened yesterday. That's what my flaw is. Because D would be like, you still on 2015. God damn it. For 2015, I'm like,
been happening since that time.
And I have my artist side make me have my memory is crazy.
Vivid.
To the T.
She'll tell me what damn shirt oh no. Remember because at the table you had on that pink shirt with the stripes. And you said,
and you like, God damn. I don't even
remember what I ate. I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday.
And that is my biggest flaw. Because that flaw is what makes me hold on to grudges with anything. I remember when that motherfucker back in 2013, that bitch there, she did that shit to me. I'll never speak to her again. Like, so that was like, and the person will be so loving, like, hi, ma'am. I'm like, they forget, and that person literally. So that's what I'm learning is while you're holding on to something, you getting all sick and all of that, and they don't even fucking remember.
No.
And D really, he's that type. Like he'll literally be like, I don't recall. I'm like, how the hell you don't recall? He's like, when did that happen? So I had to realize he wasn't lying.
Because it also didn't have the same impact. Because for him, it could have been like, oh, I said this statement. And then for you, it was like, damn, that shit hurt. It was insulting, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what? I didn't even know that lasted this long on you. Like, it was just a statement, and I didn't even mean it that way. Because that happens a lot. Like, where you, like you said, a statement that, or something that somebody's done, it has a huge impact on your life. And meanwhile, they're just like, what? I don't even remember that.
I didn't even take it like that.
Yeah,
like I didn't even take it that personal. And he'll tell me that, like, well, if I that little thing you do, if I
air quotes,
if I offended you, moving forward, he got to be all like presidential about it. Moving forward, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and I'm like, okay,
it's not presidential. It's the truth.
Yeah.
All I can do about something that is in the past is apologize.
But
going forward, I can be conscious and mindful of how you were affected by that then, and not operate that same way moving forward.
And depending on if I'm being an ass or not. If I'm in a rude mood, I'm irritated. Like this is like I've been repeating myself over and over again. I'll be like, I'm good with it. I don't need your motherfucking apology now. I'm good. And he's like, well, I apologize. I'm like,
and that's communication, man. That's communication, and I appreciate y'all coming on this platform, and being your real self.
One more last one, and then two more, and then we wrapping up. One, the next one is use 3 words to describe your partner.
3 words.
3 words. Irritating as fuck now.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll go funny, mild,
Mm.
and strong.
Oh,
Funny.
Yeah, funny, mild, and strong.
I like
um,
that combination.
Yeah, because he's and I had to laugh because I was like, you definitely an alpha male because certain stuff will happen. I'd be like, what the hell? But he has like a subtle, he's not like rah rah, but
Yeah,
he's like rah rah. So it's like
yeah.
certain times. So that would be my 3.
So, I mean, hold on. Wait.
Funny, mild,
Funny, mild,
and
and
strong.
strong. Okay.
I would say for her.
Better come correct.
I would say for her. Um, it's the same as funny, but I call her a clown.
Okay.
She takes funny to the next level. When
You clowning.
I just be like, how, what were you thinking? Clown for the funny side. Driven, and for lack of better words, with my air quote,
Waiting for this one.
amazing.
There you go.
Oh, that was really good. So you said clown, driven, and amazing.
Yes. If she puts her mind to it,
it's happening.
It's done. It's just the fact of her making the decision to do it or
done.
not. But once if it's a thing where I'm gonna go balls to the wall,
no,
yeah, and then just amazing on the terms of at this point, man, I couldn't see this ship running without her. Like this thing would crash and burn.
Burn all the way down.
You ain't trying to fuck up.
Yeah.
Right? Dang, my nigga, I understand. I'm like, do you guys see? I'm good right now.
Right.
We ain't never had these type of
right.
But you know one thing I wanted to throw in there, I realized it, and you guys been saying it all night, kind of like, is that people have to work together but have something individually that they love about them, then they're not angry. And there was a time when I was depressed, and because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, that's why I was riding them like, another gig. You know, like people would probably do if they're in a relationship with somebody that's performing and they're like, you know, there's that bitch doing another split. And it's like, you wouldn't be upset if you was doing what you supposed to be doing. You would be like, you know, oh, happy, like I'm living the dream. Just like the folks that y'all invited to Culture Coffee too. They all were happy because they are doing stuff.
So they're like divine purpose.
Right. But if you come in and you like, if you kind of have, you know, your purpose, or you're not jealous, but if you come in and you don't feel like you have anything going on and you looking around, that might be that one sour seed because it's like, what is this? You know, but it's because it's internal. So that's one thing I want the couples or single people that's listening to take away is that, like, you got to have something good that you feel about yourself. That you're not nagging and knocking your partner because you're happy internally. Like, okay, you know.
Happy internally and working on something in yourself.
Yeah.
It's easy to look at your partner and be like, oh, he need to work on this. He need to work on this. But it's definitely some stuff that you could be working on your own, that you should be solely focused on how you could fix that shit for yourself versus what they need to fix for themselves. So like that is, once I took my eyes off of Daniel and started looking at myself, I was like, whoa, bitch. Yeah. And you got a lot of stuff to get in order. And it's when you do that, you don't have the opportunity to really fuss and be angry no more, because I have so many things that I'm working on my own that I can't worry about what you didn't do for yourself, because I gotta do this for myself in order for me to feel good for the day. So like even earlier today, like we were on the phone, and 2 times in the conversation we kind of like was missing each other, and I just got off the phone because I was about to work out. So I'm like, it's about to my work. I'm not even about to go back and forth on what I met and what I didn't mean. And I got off the phone and I did my workout, and that was me. Instead of us trying to get to the gist of that, my objective was to work out for myself. So I didn't have time to get into that conversation, and we didn't even touch back on it. I hit him up and was like, hey, my calorie count for the day, like all of that. Like we on, because I had a goal it's something that I needed to concentrate on for me. So it allowed all that to fall away.
And another thing for me, I'm like the nigga. I'm like the nigga on the basketball or the football team. You know, somebody else had asked me that, man, dad, dog, you know, feel weird with your lady out front like that. I said, nigga, that my lady is me. Like when she wins, I win. We won. It's like a Bama, you know what I'm saying? The dude riding the pine on the championship game, if they team win, that nigga getting the ring too.
Still got a ring.
Right. And piggybacking on what he said, y'all. Couple of weeks before I met you guys, and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and, because I already got the song. I do this. Oh, all right, Melly done breastfeeding. I guess I'll jump back out, you know, doing my music stuff. And I was already on the podcast with Rico. And I would see D and he would leave to his gigs, but sometimes he wouldn't have that light. Like he would be like, I'm going to a gig, you know. I'm going to my gig. And then I was looking like, well, yeah, we used to always go on our gigs together and have something to do. And he would be so happy about it. And I was like, it would be so much better to tour. And it's like we're torn, like we're doing this together, like we're doing this.
I can see that.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that helped me be like, do it, because you seeing him leave, being like, I gotta go to my gig. Like he would look like stressed, you know. Other than like the Future band that he plays for sometimes recently. Look at them. No, they don't need to see you in your
Let me see them. Where they at? They've been part of the show
the whole time.
Do you guys want to say hello? Come say hello.
Come on.
Hello. What's your name? Hey.
How y'all doing?
That's all they wanted to do. But that changed the game for me. Like seeing that, and I was like, that's because you supposed to be performing. You know, you supposed to be out here doing this stuff.
You know. So you kind of you feel like you now that you're back out more life coming.
Yeah. Oh, he about to get a spanking. Look, this is real live.
So look, it was actually good to see y'all perform.
Yeah.
I've never seen you now, but I tell you what, y'all look good the other night. I'm gonna let y'all get to the kids.
Look at this.
Look, we gonna get
this is reality TV like hell.
It is reality TV. But those of you who are listening, you can catch Melissa and Dee definitely on July 23rd at Culture Coffee 2 from 3 to 7. We pretty much designated y'all the house band.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So
it just fits. Y'all the husband and wife.
Matter of fact, now I'm talking to y'all. Check your calendar for August 27th.
Okay.
Let us know it's going to be a brunch. Let us know if y'all available. We hope you are. That's the show after this show.
Yeah.
You gonna do a brunch one that time?
So July 23rd and August 27th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm already putting it in here.
Yeah. Hey! That's it.
Yes.
But no, we really do appreciate y'all.
Yes.
My 3 words for her is crazy, sexy, cool. That's easy.
Definitely. I can see that.
No. Literally, craziest cat shit, sexy than the motherfucker, but this is cool as motherfucker. That's my homie, man. She's cool as shit. Everybody, you know what everybody say? Man, your wife cool as shit. Yeah, I be like, I know, nigga. This like that.
See, Daniel, the chill one. I'm the Daniel always say everybody great about him popping off, but I'm the one.
Yeah, she is.
I'm the one.
They think I'm gonna be the one, but I be chilling. But if she tell me to go now,
I'll be the one like, hey.
Then you be ready.
I'll be like, if you want to jump, because I don't know. I ain't like
yeah.
He like, come on. Nah, I'm like, okay, never mind. Never mind.
She's a couple times she's had this
yes. But do y'all have any announcements? Anything coming up for y'all? Any other
vacation? Possibly. You see this in the background? That's what we need.
No kids. Oh, they are so cute.
Yo, we're gonna have to do us a whole divine purpose whole trip or some shit.
I tell you what we're gonna do. Next time we get interviewed, they gonna be gone like usual. We have a lot of stuff coming up though that I would definitely be keeping you guys posted on. A lot of amazing things coming up. I will keep you guys posted on those.
Right. Nah, man,
I guess it's time for us to unplug.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. We always say it's actually good because we always close the show by saying the love of a family is life's greatest gift.
Yeah.
We love you, we honor, and we praise you. Peace.
All right, y'all. We talk to y'all later.
Thank y'all.
Alrighty, thank you.
And this has been another episode of the podcast.
Peace, y'all.